Hey guys, so thought I'd try my hand at this YouTube thing. I guess I'm I guess I'm a little late to the party on that, but anyway, I like to I like to putter around at the workbench a lot on just random stuff, or at least I used to. Uh, these last 2-3 years, it just seems like I've been so busy doing everything that I never get anything done. But anyway, I thought maybe I'd try to get into some of these projects that have been piling up at the bench here over the last 2-3 years. And excuse me. Anyway, I guess the first project is going to be to uncover the bench. um, and I'm hoping that maybe if I turn some of these projects into YouTube projects, maybe that'll inspire me to get some of them done. And also, I've kind of stalled out on a few things, so I'm going to be asking for your advice on some things, and hopefully we'll get through a few of these. Sorry for the jumpy audio here. I'm kind of losing my train of thought as I'm filming, and just pausing the recording for a second. This is going to be a fairly low budget channel to begin with. I'm just filming with my phone, and we probably won't do too much editing to it, other than to pause and resume the video as I just did. And we'll just see where it goes from there. Maybe it'll take off, maybe it'll be a complete flop. We'll just have to find out. But so, anyway, a few of the projects I've had laying around here for quite some time now is I got into this old Hoover Dial-O-Matic upright vacuum a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and whoops, this is the motor out of the thing. Give me a second here. Here's the machine. Yeah, it's an old Hoover Dial-O-Matic from like the 60s, I think the late 60s, and of course this is just I don't know, just a puttering around kind of a project. Not high priority at all. I mean, we got better vacuums around here. But anyway, my grandfather took this thing apart back in the 80s. The thing went through a flood. It was it was completely submerged in muddy water, and he took the thing apart and put it back together, sans a few springs and screws and stuff, and the darn thing worked. It worked for a number of years, but now the thing that's going on now is there's something with the bearings, and it needed a brush job, which is why I opened it up, pulled the motor out of it, and I actually obtained a new set of brushes for the thing, that are of course lost here on the bench somewhere. But I got the new brushes, but where I got hung up was the issue with the bearings. The back bearing is just a matter of trying to figure out what to lubricate it with. And I did ask the advice of a guy who had a vacuum cleaner repair business here in town for years and years, and he suggested that I use some kind of a dry lubricant, like graphite or something like that, or maybe some of that Teflon lube. But I'm a little leery of that because it's been my experience that dry lubricants like that, they don't last really long. Like, it would work for a while. But this thing was such a pain to take apart and get the motor out of. Like, I don't want to have to be doing that like every other time I use the vacuum or whatever. So I'm looking for a suggestion for a good lubricant to use on this back bearing, which is just it's just fixed. This thing just spins inside of that. Um, but the main problem with this thing, and I'm relying on my memory from like 3 years ago, which was the last time I looked at this thing. Hang on just a second. We got her apart here. This front bearing, which is fixed in the plastic housing here, and I think this is where the issue is. I think the ball bearings in there are on their way out. So, and of course, this thing is from the '60s. I can't readily get parts for it anymore. So that's kind of where I got hung up and stopped on this project 3 years ago. And so I guess I'm looking for some advice on how we could fix this. And again, this is just for fun. I mean, there's totally no reason to fix this vacuum cleaner. It's just kind of for fun. Just see if we can do it. So that's one project. Another project that's been sitting around is this Shark cordless vac, which I bought a new battery pack from Amazon for, and it was a totally different type of battery pack than what was originally in the thing. So I was about half afraid to put that in and try charging it. That's where that project got stalled out at. So that's a couple things that are on the bin. And I may try to make vacuum cleaners a theme here. I mean, there's a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers out there working on old cars and old electronics and stuff. But how about a vintage vacuum cleaner repair channel? I have another machine here that needs some work. Not sure if this one actually has an issue or if it's just making a horrible noise because it's been sitting unused for a really long time, but last time I plugged it in, sure it ran, it cleaned the carpet, but it just squealed horrendously. So I don't know if it has a bearing issue too, or what's going on. So one of these videos, maybe we'll tear into that one. But I named the channel Putters Magoo because we like to just putter around with and tinker with anything we can get our hands on. So it's not going to be an exclusively a vacuum cleaner repair channel, although, like I said, I have those two, and I have at least one other canister vac that needs a brush job and some other repairs, so we might actually get into that. Got these crazy things that I started, I think, 3 years ago, and made a few of them. These are carpenter bee traps. And we're going into carpenter bee season again, so I'd like to get a few more of those done. I only have 3 right now. First year I made them, the things worked great. Second year, not so good. Last year, like, not at all, man. So I don't know if the bees are getting smart or if it's because the wood has dried out. I just don't know. But anyway, when I made these 3, the wood was still green, and boy, was it a bear to try to drill out, especially the large center hole. So these are all have been sitting around for 3 years now. They should be pretty well dried out. I'd like to try making a few more now that they're dry and just see if it goes any differently than last time, or and then how they perform. So that's a project I'm hoping to get into pretty soon once we get the bench cleaned off. Anyway, then my wife has a couple projects over here. I don't know if we'll feature those or not. She wants to turn this thing into a tray, and she wants to work on this old antique mirror a little bit, clean it up, get it looking real nice. So that's a couple more things that we have laying around, just all kinds of random stuff. I've got some old Lionel trains I tinker with from time to time. I might feature those. Then there's this. This is going to be a cool project, I think. As you can see, lots of junk around this house, so no shortage of things to tinker with. We bought these at the flea market, a year or so ago. I think it was about a year ago. These are old schoolhouse lights. And we want to fix them up. Pull out all the old rotten wiring. And actually, we probably don't even need that part, because we're not going to be mounting them on a wiring box. We're going to be just turning them into hanging lights. We've got 4 of them here. We're thinking of one over each nightstand in the master bedroom, and then one over each end table on each side of the couch in the living room. And just planning to turn these into a regular hanging lamp that you would plug into an outlet and hang from a hook on the ceiling or whatever. So yeah, we don't need that part, but we need to redo the electric, and I don't know what we're going to do with these. Whether we're just going to paint them or this part. This is the part that goes down on the top there. But anyway, that's another project that I'm hoping to get into real soon. And then we've got this old gal that we play around with from time to time. Don't do a lot of my own repairs. I have a guy. But we might take the camera out on the road, take her for a spin or something. So it's a 1946 Plymouth Deluxe 4-door sedan. It was originally my great-grandfather's car in Minnesota. So anyway, we may feature this old gal on the channel from time to time. So anyway, guys, I think that's going to about do her for this video. I just wanted to introduce the channel, kind of give everybody an idea about what it's about. Oh, I did forget to mention one thing. As a bonus, I just happen to be a trumpet player. So we may feature a trumpet video every now and then. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to introduce the channel, kind of give everybody an idea what's going to be going on here. And I guess we'll see you in the next video, and hopefully it won't take 3 years to get to that point. Hopefully we'll get into these projects real soon. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.